I want to welcome everybody to our Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Time Microphone Podcast. We have our normal cast here. We got Randy, who's still down playing his baseball tournament down in Florida. We got Tim over there, and we got Deshaun. Now, you might notice something special about Deshaun. And the reason he's dressed like that is because I told him he didn't know this until later today. This is International Men's Day. And so he had to become like a boxer or something like that, a movie star, and had to go throw that robe on. And that's why he's dressed like that. He tries to dress for the occasion. Randy's still down playing his game, and they're doing good. He's pitching, and he says his pitching stuff's been going great. And if they win today, they continue on. Normally, this Thursday, we would be doing would announce some time ago, we'd be doing the Dogs of the Dow, which Randy has a Super Dog of Dow's techniques in his seminars and such. But since he's not in his office, then we're not going to do those. We're going to continue on a little continuance of some of our talk about dividends and where you find all these dividend stocks. We've already explained once how you take a dividend stock. You're going to get your dividend check every quarter normal. And then we introduced where that you can actually, some you can get on a monthly basis. Then we showed you how you take those and apply one of our techniques and substantially increase the returns. Normally they're 1 or 2 or 3% max on dividends a year. And we showed how you can get, 10 or 15 or 20% returns without risking losing the stock. And so we're not going to talk about that more specifically. This time we're going to talk about where do you find all these stocks. And then we'll continue back next weekend or next Thursday with the Dogs of the Dow. And the Dogs Dow is a great technique. It's been around since the 70s, I guess, 90s. And it's a technique where you take the 30 Dow stocks, you take the highest yielding top 10. You don't do it once a year. First of the year, first market day of the year, you go out, you buy the stock that's the 10 highest yielding dividend stocks, which means they're the lowest price stocks on the Dow. And then you sit there and you kind of let them go up over the course of the year, and it traditionally beats normal returns that you get. Randy has some techniques that substantially increases those returns, and we'll be doing that next Thursday, assuming he gets back. Is there any hope you go past next Thursday, Randy?
No. The final championship game is Saturday, so
okay.
I'll be home for Thanksgiving.
If you get a chance, go to our website, www.micromomentrading.com. On that website, we have all our seminars. We have people writing into Randy and his answers and our other comments and answers and letters from people in that website. There's a free cow report that's been around for 20 years now. It goes out every Friday. You can subscribe to that. It doesn't cost anything. You get all that information in that cow report. You get everything we do plus responses we get from everybody. And so let me start off because Randy had a good trade. Randy, when people are on our Micro Moment seminar in the morning, which is every day of the week when the market's open from 8:30 to 9:30, and then we have extended sessions from Deshaun sometimes, and then we'll have Mike and Tony coming back later on, usually between 3 and 3:30 if the market warrants it. So why don't you explain that trade you did this morning? So some guy interrupted. They always interrupt. It's kind of irritating when we're doing our seminar and they're coming on there and telling what they just made with you, Randy. So it really kind of irritates you. It kind of shows up. We're trying to make 2 or 3 cents a transaction, and the gentleman came on this morning and said it just made on a return 25% return. Not cents. I mean, we're talking cents. Made 25% return over a transaction that you guys were in for just a couple of days. What was that all about?
I probably had a couple of those, but the NLOC, which is Norton LifeLock, it actually got called out early last night, so we made 11.1% return on it with all the capital back. So we didn't have to wait till tomorrow for it to get called out.
Was that over a day or a week or what?
That was a week, yeah.
Okay. I'll let Randy explain his thing in just a minute. Turn here to Deshaun. And Deshaun does our micro moment trading, and he does SPY. He concentrates on SPY as Tim concentrates on Apple. And when in their seminar, what happens is they'll say, I'm prepping, Deshaun will say, I'm prepping SPY. Well, that's telling you to get ready. He's going to do something there because he's looking at his chart. This chart that we've paid a few $1,000,000 for over a long period of time tells you exactly and precisely when to get in. In our micro moment trading session, we don't care where stocks are up or down or indifferent, going sideways, horizontal, whatever they're doing. It doesn't make one bit of difference from our standpoint because we're trading the volume. And so where a stock's going, we're never guessing. Is it going to go up or it's going to go down? Well, sure, it's going to go up and it's going to go down. Just like a pole dancer. It goes up and it goes down. That's what we're looking at. And there may be uptrend in the volume, and they'll do a call. Bound dancer, they'll do a put, and they're out. It's extremely long for a transaction to last more than 10 seconds. Six average, 10, 11, 15, 20. Sometimes if you get into 30 seconds, you're probably dying of slow instant death. But they're in and out, and you never overnight. And our returns, we've been doing those particular sessions as a subscription service for 81 weeks, and we've had 93.25% return per week for 81 weeks. We've been doing them for about 3.5 years, but they were not subscription service. And about 81 weeks ago, we made a subscription service, and we do them ourselves. We do them corporate-wise, and so we do the same things. But it's a technique you learn by looking at the chart. You don't go out and memorize a bunch of stuff, and this is going to happen like you do with Randy. Randy's got a book 135 pages long, and it's just pain to have to deal with it. But Randy makes it even more difficult. But he's extremely successful, and I'll let him tell about what he does specifically here in a little bit. And Randy, we've got coming up, I think the 2nd, 5th, or 4th and 5th of
5th and 6th.
The seminar, my traditional covered call, 2-day covered call seminar we've been doing for years now. And recently invite Deshaun and Tim to participate in that because they don't have to. And when they've got a thought, because after all these years, I forget every thought I have. And so they really add significantly because we've already had, I don't know, we probably have 200 people signed up for that sucker already, Randy. It's going to be a huge seminar. And it's not even near
fun. 2nd
or the 5th, so
5th and 6th, December 5th and 6th.
Yeah, Randy always gets a lot of signups because he still does the old original covered call things we did 20 years ago. He still does because he's an old man, and he's been with us now 15, 16 years, been doing those. But he innovates all the time and adapts them into our micro moment type trading. So he's got a lot of more traditional covered call situations that really work with our micro moment. So he has some special techniques there that he uses and people subscribe to. And Deshaun has been with us now until he became a boxing pro, as he looks like right now. There you go. And he shaved off his beard too. And actually, he's had some nice comments about he looked better without his beard. And so I didn't mean to insinuate anything, Randy. But
hey, this is my baseball tournament beard. You don't shave while the tournament's going on.
There you go.
You just don't do that. You have to wait till after it's over.
And Tim has been with us now for a pretty good time, and Tim specializes in our micro moment trading. He's on those sessions every morning. When you subscribe to that, it's every morning. And right now you can get it free for 2 weeks, but you have to subscribe through our website, which is www.micromomenttrading.com. You subscribe to 2 weeks free session on our micro moment trading, and you'll see him every day along with Deshaun there every day of the week unless the market's closed. Or it's a holiday. Like obviously we're not going to be open on Thanksgiving Day. So Tim, you've probably noticed that he's a guitar player. And he just moved to a new beach house down in where?
Gulf Shores.
Gulf Shores. And ever since then, the day they moved in, they were being hit by a hurricane. And ever since then, they've had a hurricane. So he's participating in the busiest hurricane season we've ever had.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which means we'll probably never have it again. So that'd be good. So why don't you kind of tell folks what Tim just trades an apple. And so kind of give a little brief description there for what we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. We are about short, evidence-based trades. We rely on these charts that Joe just mentioned to give us a clue as to changes in momentum. The charts are very good at telling us when we're having a momentum change, so we can begin to set up a trade. We're in our trades, anywhere from 10 seconds, 20, 30 at the most. It seems to be getting faster and faster. Our best time is typically the first hour of the market and the last hour of the market. We get in, we make very quick trades, and we get out. We're in cash 98, 99% of the time. We're in cash. We're always in cash at the end of the day. We go in, we do a little work, and we make money. Simple. We look for 4, 5, 6 cents little bites that we get here and there, and we build. It's although it's quick, what we are engaged in is a marathon. It's not. We're building. We're building cash reserves over time, and it's good, and we're successful most of the time. Our biggest, what we teach more than anything is how to get out when that trade turns against you, how to get out as quickly as possible. You manage your occasional losses, your profits take care of themselves. We're not guessing on our trades. Our trades are based on the proprietary charting that is available during our call and available independently. We rely very, very closely on the charts that go on.
Yeah, let me interrupt and point out to them what the returns are for this week so far. This is just through the 19th, because we're already off of those sessions right now, and I don't think Deshaun's doing the extension. He might. If he does, he can tell us about it. But we're off of those. That's today's 19th, and we were up today 7.48659% today, and for the week through today, we're up 86.744284, which is great because tomorrow will hopefully be a good day for us, and we'll go over 100 again. Last on the 17th, we were up. This is daily, okay? We were up for the week on a daily basis through Tuesday. We were up 67.057% on Tuesday, and Monday we had a good day, 39% return on Monday, 13 on this 17th. Wednesday was 12.20, and then today was 7.48. So it's been a good week so far, and we're proud of that.
Yeah, we had a great week last week. Then would we end up at 140 or so?
Yeah. The week last week through Friday, 149.50131.
Wow.
Just on the 13th, which I think was Friday, the session was 57.9761% return. Now, here's what's interesting about that. We're the prime example. We're the poster child for compound interest earnings. And if you take $2,000 and just go back to what you said in reference to sending a kid to school. If you really want to waste your money, send them to school, because they're going to get something they can't use. It's going to be 4 years later, and they're going to owe a lot of money. Give them $2,000. Say, kid, take the summer off. You just graduated high school. I'm going to give you $2,000 in a virtual account, and you start trading this micro stuff. If you're successful, then I'll convert that virtual $2,000 into real $2,000. And if that kid knows how to do it, and only make 6% a week by following these guys, 6% a week. Now, hell, they make 50% a day sometimes. 6% a week. Never putting out a penny in that account of real money once they go real, right? They've already proven themselves on the virtual, which is the same thing as real. And 6% a week versus 100 and something a week. In 24 months, 2 years, they're going to have close to $800,000 in that account. If they keep getting their 6%, that's $48,000 a week, which they can take as an allowance. $48,000 a week as an allowance. The other 3 weeks for the month, they just let it keep getting their compounding. And try that experience. Try that. You got a kid you have any confidence in whatsoever. Even if you got if he's old enough to have a driver's license, he's old enough to do the micromoment trading. And so that's what I've got to say about that.
That's what I got to say. Yep.
There you go. There you go. So Deshaun, I don't know what Deshaun's. Oh, he's drinking something there. You stars always do that.
That's his energy drink. That's his energy drink. It's a special.
Hydrated, baby.
Yeah.
He keeps that white robe on. You walk around the house like that and everything. Do you ever go outside with that white robe on?
I do. No, I normally put on my red robe, my king's robe when I go outside. Everyone needs to know that I'm a king when I walk out of the door. So
what do you do with SPY? We know Tim was over here with Apple, and you're doing SPY, which is I think the largest index or whatever in fund, and it's never going to go out of business because it's not one stock. It's all kinds of stocks and positions and big things. Where Apple's not going to go out of business, but that's an individual stock, and you can pick a stock in these techniques, which we say pick a stock because you get to know it like a kid. It doesn't have to be Apple. It doesn't have to be SPY. The technique's the same no matter which one you're looking at. It's just that you want one that's just not going to go out of business, and very seldom do they ever, particularly these index stocks don't. So tell them, Deshaun, sort of how you differ a little bit in the way you execute trades on that one versus Tim over here.
Well, so on SPY, there's a little difference between SPY. SPY is a stock with 3 different expiration dates a week. So, which actually part of why I end up picking SPY is because we get a little better pricing on those. Other than that, everything is pretty much the same on each stock. The entries and everything, the charts kind of tell you exactly how to get in exact same way. Now, I guess mechanic wise of it, that's where Tim and I kind of differ a little bit. The way I enter my orders and exit my orders is more manual. But I grew up being a little gamer, so I like being a little more active with my fingertips and everything like that. So that would pretty much be the only difference. And like kind of Joe said, I've been trading SPY for a year straight, and yeah, I guess it's just like kids. I got one kid now, but just like kids, you kind of know their tendencies. So you can kind of line up with the charts, kind of begin to predict kind of the tendencies about what's going to happen in the next like 2 to 3 minutes. And it works pretty good most of the time. There are some losses, but you just get out of the losses quickly and then just get back in on the right side of the trade. So.
And we never referred to that kid. He within our organization, he's known as the kid. The kid, because terrible things happen when you're around the kid, and he smiles a certain way. You have to be
and by extension, I'm the king, so he's the prince. So
that's right.
It's just known when you say the kid, he's talking about the prince. So
there you go. That's absolutely right. Okay, we were going to show where do you find all these fantastic dividend stocks that we were talking about, and I said we'll spend a little time. We're getting kind of running here on time, so I'm not going to spend time going through what we have done prior. If you have any questions, we can do it. Oh, by the way, you can make comments. Go over there and make some comments. Ask some questions. We'll read them out and answer your questions in the little comment section up there. Anyhow, when you're, can you see that okay, Marcus? Hey, Marcus. Our engineer, he's falling asleep. Can you see it okay?
There it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
now it's
Okay. When you go ahead, here's like here's a dog's Dow we're going to go with next week. They beat the 220 dogs of the Dow. It's a fantastic technique. We're not going to discuss that today. We'll discuss that later. For example, now write this down where you reach this. Because on these dividend stocks, we don't pick these for you, but we teach you how to manage them after you do them. 2 great dividend stocks whose payouts could double. So, I mean, you sort of see that. Dividend stocks are so just mundane and reliable, and that's why people buy them and they just keep them forever. Apple and Johnson & Johnson. Not only are they likely to continue to increase their dividend payments, but there's even a likelihood that the payouts will double. So it talks about Apple, Yeah, and then gets down here and talks about ones that 2 for 1 stock potential. Blah blah blah. And then it gets down to Johnson & Johnson. Obviously, all used Johnson & Johnson Band-Aids at some time in your life. And that's another one. Right now, it's paying 6.3% on April 14th. That's huge. That is a huge dividend, return. And you can apply our technique, which we'll do a special on that again sometime with Randy, and you can make not 60, but maybe 5 times that, 30%, and still get the dividend. You absolutely still get the dividend. And those are quarterly. And we just got selections out here where you can pick out dividend stocks for just get a monthly dividend. This address on this one is just Google it. 2 great dividend stocks whose payouts could double. We have another one here. If you like dividends, you should love these 2 energy stocks. Now, these are really big time payers. And you would think energy stocks, they're going down the hill. Well, not these. These are just fantastic energy stocks. Enterprise Products Partners. I've never heard of that, but that's why I'm learning these things too. And they're changing with the times, but they're making down here. I talked about oil at $40, a 15% return, astronomical on a dividend stock. I mean, you just never see anything like that. The 10 highest, and you can Google any of these and get them, but at least you know where they are. Here are the 10 highest dividend stocks in the Dow. 10 highest dividend stocks. Most of these would probably be the dogs of the Dow. Here they start off International Business Machines, IBM, 5.13%. Now see, Randy makes that 10 minutes on the stock because he's not doing this. He has his own stocks that he does the dividend techniques with, but he didn't go get them off this because he's had them. He's been doing them forever. But 15.13% for your normal investor is huge. That's a yearly dividend. And there's no telling how many dividends, how many years. Some of these things go back 100 years. Exxon, 4.56, great. Verizon, obviously the cell phones. Chevron, other Pfizer, just invented the virus thing. They're 3.41. So you see these dividends, and if you apply our techniques, which we've taught in a previous podcast, you can get 10 times these returns and never risk the stock. Not ever risk the stock. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Joe, and I have Verizon, I have Coca-Cola, I have Cisco, all in the portfolio. Earning the dividends and earning weekly income on them.
Yeah. So go again, Money Invest Expert. Write that down and pull that up. And you can get these 10 highest dividend yielding stocks. And now when we do Dogs of the Dow next Thursday, we'll do the Dogs of the Dow, and these are 30 stocks out of the Dow, and the top yielding ones. There's 30 stocks in the Dow, but these are the top 10, and they're the lowest price but the highest yielding. And then the theory is if you do it on January 1st of the year, if the market's open, you sell it, on December 31st if the market's open at the end of the year, and all those stocks you haven't traded them or anything, you just sit there with them. And they're the highest yielding ones on January the 1st, and it's going to drive the prices of the stocks up to where they're lower yielding. And but you got all that appreciation of the stock, so you can sell the stocks, make a big profit. You got in the dividends, whatever they are, or whatever you went into at the beginning, that's what you're getting. But because you paid something the very first, you didn't adjust what you paid. Obviously, the dividends, the return's going to be the return, so you still going to get big returns. But then you can apply Randy's Dogs of the Dow things and get, Randy, how much more would you make? Well, let's say you were doing that first one, that IBM, and they were making 5.13. Now, if you bought this one the first year, and now you manipulated it with your techniques on Dogs of the Dow, what do you think percent-wise, with them never selling the stock, that's going to end up being percent-wise return?
Well, you're probably going to earn that percentage at least every month as well.
Yeah,
just on selling the cover calls.
Exactly. And that's an annual return. That's 5.13% for a year. and you're going to make that a month. So that goes from 5.13 to 60 plus. And that's the advantage of that technique. That's why that seminar next Thursday, 10 a.m. Central, is going to be so important. But yeah, this is where you find these things. So there's that one, which is really good. You have, this is a Motley Fool site, and just put these are the highest. What these are? These are the two highest. Dividend stocks. You should love these two energy stocks. And then over here, again, I got two great dividend stocks, are not necessarily energy. What they were, Apple and Johnson & Johnson. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Before you get to the list of the 10 highest yielding ones, there's 5 or 6 right there. And then go on that list, you can pick them out individually. Or you can do the whole dogs of the Dow, which you'll learn about next week. I'm excited about that. Really, it's going to be great. And we have a note here from Carl. Can you throw Carl's note up there, Randy? He wants to ask Deshaun. Deshaun, you want to read that question for you from Carl?
Well, Carl's saying I need more help getting out quicker. Maybe a quick question and answer session. Yeah, I can. What I'll do is, Carl, I'll log back in onto the webinar, and we can talk there.
Yeah, Deshaun doesn't like to do those late afternoon sessions because he falls asleep. The ones that come on at like from 12 to 3 in the afternoon.
I need my naps.
But he extends the first session, which is 8:30 Central to 9:30 Central, and then he'll just stay and answer questions and things he's done. He'll explain what he's done in great detail, and he enjoys that versus coming back like Tim will come back. And Tony's can't be with us here for a week or so because he's got some military training he's having to do. But they'll come back later in the afternoon. Now I think when Tony comes back, he's going to concentrate those afternoon stocks to start with. So anyhow, but thank you, Carl. And Deshaun, so you already made a deal, Carl. There you go. And he says, I need my nap also. There you go. So you can't keep him tied up too long, Deshaun.
Yeah, we can do that on Friday. I'll just stay after, and we'll do it on the stream that way, just in case anyone else needs to see it. So tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow, Carl.
And that reminds me, Carl, I'm glad you brought that up. Our sessions tomorrow, our micro moment sessions that are 8:30 to 9:30 Central. Friday, we call it Freaky Phone Friday or something like that. Fun Friday. And you can call in. Okay.
Friendly Friday.
Yeah, Friendly Friday. And we can unmute you and you're on the phone, just like talking on the phone. And we can hook you up with other people. You can talk to us, ask any questions, do whatever. And we're sitting there just like having a phone conversation. So, but that's on Friday. That will be tomorrow. So, anybody else have some questions there? Usually you see Marion has a question, but Marion is not here today. She had texted me and said she wasn't going to be here today, even though this is International Men's Day. Just goes to tell you how much we appreciate it. So,
yeah.
Okay. Let's have some questions. We'll keep on going here and answer more of your questions. We're certainly going to be there some more. We're certainly glad that Randy's going to be back in the groove here next Thursday. He's sitting over there right now at the where they're playing. And Randy, again, what's the organization playing?
This one is the Roy Hobbs World Series.
Okay.
In Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah. And it's senior league, right?
This week is 65 and over, so you have to be at least 65 to play in this tournament. So.
Oh, okay. And Steve says, will you gentlemen be broadcasting next Thursday? It's Thanksgiving. No, we won't. And I hadn't thought about that. Sue Ann in our office had asked us this morning if, what the schedule for next week is. I think everybody unanimously said, we're not going to be there Thursday. We're going to be there every day of the week. And so we will not have the podcast on Thursday. So Randy's got another week off. Gives some time.
Yeah. I'll be able to rest up and get my energy back. Yeah. We've already played eight games in 6 days. So we're.
Yeah. So Steve,
we're playing hard.
Every comment's always valuable. That's some Steve who thought. There you go. Who would have thought that was a good question? So
That's a lot of pitching.
yeah,
I don't know how your arm holds up.
I pitched in 4 of the games. Yeah.
Good heavens. I don't know how your arm holds up.
Yeah. Maybe you can borrow one of Deshaun's robes.
But I probably need. I could use that king one, and I could walk out on the mound and then throw it off, and have the handler back there that will take it off, like they used to do for Elvis. Was it Elvis Presley they used to do that for?
Yeah.
Or no, it was someone else. Was it was it Little Richard, or was it
no? The King.
James Brown? Was it James Brown?
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. James Brown, when you get out on stage, and they'd come out and take his robe off and pat his forehead down, and the ladies would go crazy.
Yeah.
That's what Deshaun's trying for, I think. They have those ladies go crazy.
Yeah. And my wife's mumbling something over there. What'd you say? Oh, she's mumbling, I guess. And Tim, I'm looking at your eyes.
Yeah.
Are you trying to do something?
Yep. Jumping in on this nice call that's going on Apple right now.
Yeah, it's heading up. Yeah.
Whew. Keep going.
Did you get out? That was an execution bell.
No, that's someone else's.
Oh, okay.
All right. We're out.
And what'd you get out for?
Went in at 109, get out at 118.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
You saw how big Tim's eyes were getting there. You could just see them growing there as he was watching that chart.
Okay, now see, remember what I was talking about? See, he made 8.25688, 8.25% on that one trade. And how many seconds was it?
That was about 20 seconds.
Yeah. So if your little kid, you might say, is supposed to go to college and become a genius, and cost $1 million, we just made 8.256%. He only has to make 6 to be a few bucks shy of a millionaire in 24 months. And look how difficult it would have been to follow that trade. Because what you're learning from Deshaun, what you're learning from Tim, what you're learning from Randy, you don't just sit here and see this picture like this. You're looking at that trade. You're looking at that chart, and you're seeing exactly precisely the ticks, and they're saying the lines that are crossing here. They say this red line, this blue line, all that stuff crossing. He says, now we need dinner. We need dinner right now. And then you see exactly. Doesn't make any difference. Your little kid doesn't say, oh yeah, I know all about IBM. Yeah. I saw a road sign once. So,
hey, if you can follow the yellow line here, you can make money.
Yep.
Just watch the.
What is it from Carl? What is it? Is there a dramatic league? What's he talking about?
Geriatric league. No, as a matter of fact, I think he's talking about because 65 and over. The oldest league is 75 and over. Those guys are still out there playing baseball like they were a kid. But I was at Dick's Sporting Goods last night getting some extra stuff, and I ran into the.
Was it a personal performance where people came by and got autographs also while you were there?
Well, no, almost, but
yeah.
I ran into the baseball coach from the local college here, and he was talking and saying, "Oh, what are you doing?" He said he's going to bring the radar gun out this afternoon and let us know how we're doing.
Yeah.
But he was pretty impressed that we were still out there playing. He said he was going to tell all of his college kids, hey, if you got the passion and you still want to keep staying in shape enough, you can get out there and keep playing until you're really old.
Well, and there's 2 of those viruses now, or vaccines for those viruses. They said, 94% efficient, 95% efficient on the first 2, but now they've come back and said that still stands, but now it's even higher if you're older than 66. So, Randy, you and I are going to be around for a long time.
We're going to be great then.
That's right, because we're going to have a lot better, Deshaun will be over, his robe will be like, we'll be on top of his head. He would have shrunken so small. He didn't get the safety that we'd have. That's right, yeah. I don't know about Tim, so yeah. Okay. Do we have any more questions? No. Okay. We'll wait here a minute because we're going to be running out of time. We're going to get about 35 or 40 minutes. If there's something we can address for anybody, shoot it up now. And our engineer will pop it up on the screen. See, before he started popping those things up on the screen, I just make up these things and say somebody said, "Hey Joe, you look really good today." Man, I love your techniques. All because of you, Joe. You, Joe. So now we have to be honest. So
Yeah, because now they don't ask about Joe. They ask about Deshaun. They ask about Tim.
that's right. Yeah. That's right. I thought, oh, there's a question. Is ask Sean where the next match is. So okay, we're going to end it up here. We're out of time. Thanks everybody for being here. Be here next Thursday.
No, not next Thursday. The third.
Not next.
No, not be here next Thursday. But we'll be here tomorrow.
Thanksgiving. We'll be eating a turkey dinner with.
That's right.
As long as you're not in California, you can have your whole family there.
That's right. Yeah. And our engineer Marcus here was just telling me he just got back from doing some kind of shoot out in. That's what he does, in his business out in Albuquerque, and they checked in, and then the next day they closed the place down, and he was okay because they weren't going out somewhere, but they closed the whole city down. They closed the restaurants, the bars, everything in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's right.
Well, traveling in the hotels is a different experience now than it was a year ago. They don't come in and make up your room every day because they don't want to get the contact in there.
Yeah.
They don't have the breakfast spread out anymore. You get a little sack lunch, and it's different. But I feel safe. I mean, you have to wear your mask around.
Yeah, are you wearing that bubble suit that we got you?
Just roll out onto the field there.
But it's right. Yeah, we're Puerto Rican. My wife and I are Puerto Ricans, and we always go down for another 5 or 6 months on New Year's Eve. I doubt we're going this time because right now it's just like a military camp. They actually called out the National Guard, and the National Guard is enforcing their total close down. You got 10 o'clock at night, you got to be in bed. 5 o'clock, you can't get up before 5 o'clock, and then you can't get out of your house. And they got the National Guard, enforced it. And so that's worse than going to Dallas. I mean, my goodness, So, okay, guys, thanks a lot, and thanks for our people that asked the questions. And we'll see y'all not next Thursday, the next Thursday after Thanksgiving. And everybody have a good week, and get that kid of yours that is wasting his life in your basement and get him to sign up, and he can sign. It didn't cost anything to sign up. It'd take that, and it doesn't use any real money. So, the virtual money is just like real money.
Yeah.
Okay. Sign it off here. Thanks
wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving as well.
Thank you, Marcus,
good luck, Randy.
Thank you, Marcus, for being here.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. Hopefully, I'll still be able to wave my arms around at the end of the day.
All right, guys.
Oh, where's the video? Play the video. Marcus.
Play a video.
Well, Marcus has his video he plays at the end.
His closing video, yeah.
I like to see it.
The closing video.
Yeah. Nice video.
Well, anyway, goodbye, everybody. Talk to you in 2 weeks.
See you in the morning.
Bye.
No video. Oh, Marcus is not there. Yeah. There's no sound. Nope, not mine.
There you go, Deshaun. There's your video.
No. Okay. Yeah, there was no sound on it. Just so you know, I tried to
Oh,
type.
there wasn't?
Yeah, no, the sound didn't come out. But
What? All right.
but
We'll
thank
get it
you.
right. We'll get it right next time. There's still 21 people out there watching. So for all you 21 people, come back in 2 weeks.
All right,
We'll
later.
play it the right way. See you later, Deshaun. Happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise.
Okay.